Hello, 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 and welcome back to another stream of yours truly. So, this is not my corn save, alright? It's not. I wanted to play as corn, but again, after, once I found out, like, my file was just messed up, I just was like, whatever. Just gave up on it, moved on with my day, and I've been playing as Archaon for the past 2 days now. Archaon, my homeboy over here, right? And let me tell you, I have been having a absolute blast playing as Archaon. I honestly think playing as Chaos is like one of my favorite factions. And we are turn, what turn is this? Turn 148 into this campaign. We already had the end game scenario, which was the dwarves, right? Let me talk about that first, right? So we did the end game campaign, right, which was the dwarves, right? So all the dwarves that I wiped out came back with additional armies. So I had to come back up here, kill them all, and then move on with my day, right? So as of now, I do not like the endgame campaign at all, alright? Because there's no way that I wipe you out and then you just come back to life and just start doing stuff. Like, no, get out of here with that. I was very, very upset about that. So I was just like, you know what? So I'm probably going to end up, if I don't turn off the endgame campaigns, I'm probably going to make them like give the computer like an extra 2 or 3 armies. But I'm not doing a whole like 20 armies and activating them, because that's just annoying, alright? Like, you're like 200 turns into the game and then all these armies start appearing out of nowhere and just messing up your carefully crafted empire. Like, what? That was very annoying. That was very, very annoying to run through. So I was just like, fudge this, yo. I'm definitely going to turn that off. But as Archaon, we've just been playing... we started off over here at the Crystal Spires, was it? No, it was the Writhing Fortress. This is where we started off at. And I'm just going to give you the TLDR real fast. So we went all the way to the left. Now all the factions you see over here, like Hagreef, this Norscan faction, more Hagreef, this other same Norscan faction, different Norscan faction, Nagaron, Harganeth. We went and we vassalized them. Like, if you look at my vassalizations, we have been kicking ass and taking names, alright? Like, legitly, everyone's been getting trounced on, alright? And while I was doing all of this, I made enough money where I could come down over here and just start coming down through this area and just start beating faces in real fast. That's been really nice, too. Mind you, I just started like a fight with basically the entire forces of Order like 2 or 3 turns ago, and now what I'm also doing is I got another 4 armies over here, right? And they are actually going to the right, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna beat up Kolek, right? Now this is something you can only do as Archaon, right? Archaon can confederate all the other forces of chaos. So we can confederate Kolek, we've confederated Azazel, we've confederated Valkia, we've confederated Siegfried. Well, who else? Oh no, that's yeah, this is what I want. Valkyrie, Sigvald. I don't know why I called him Siegfried. Who else did we confederated? No, that's some other dude. We just confederated Festus. And yeah, we're on our way to confederate Kolek, and then we're gonna confederate what's his face over here? Village. And then we're gonna come down and start messing with what's her face over here? Grand Cathay, alright, because they're about to get these hands too. They're all the way over there. And I've just been having a great time, honestly. I think the greatest, like, I think being so to explain even further, right? So the Forces of Chaos, they have quite a few things going for them, all right? So you can only, back in Total Warhammer 2, the Forces of Chaos, they used to be hordes. So you would grab a character, and then that character would make buildings and could recruit from the same place, all right? You don't do that anymore. What you do is you get these major settlements, right? And they're not everywhere, but like they're the settlements you want to focus on, because you can use these to craft up to tier 5 settlements, and then use them to also craft tier 5 buildings. Like these minor settlements and even regular major settlements, they all, where's a good example at? All right. Where am I? I got a lot of land. Here we go. Down here is a good example. So as you can see at Rockthar Spire, this is what all my minor and regular major settlements look like. So these guys over here, if I took this settlement over here, Cleric Spire, it would just look like this. I would only have one land. All right. So as the Forces of Chaos, land isn't really an issue to me. All right. I don't care about land. Don't need it, don't care for it. The only things I care about are my Dark Fortresses, which is basically everything with the green glowy symbol in the air. Alright? That's what I'm going for. So if you got it, I want it. And we can do this the easy ways or the hard ways. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a few of these major settlements. I can probably count it right now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is this one too? Yeah, that is it. 19, 20. So I've got about 20 of these major settlements, right? And now, and you would think, oh, don't you have an issue with money? Well, no, I don't. Because my sacking skills, first off, you make a lot of money from these buildings, all right? Just this building alone gives me about 5,000 gold. And if you look at one of my lords, I guess we'll pick Archaon because he's easier. Archaon has a full stack of aspiring champions, almost aspiring champions. And his army costs way less than one of those major settlements. Alright. So that's one reason why I don't worry about money. And the second reason why I don't worry about money is because all of these buildings, right, they have this income building that increases your income from post-battle loot and your income from sacking settlements by 4%. Alright, so when you sack a settlement and when you win a battle, you get an increase to that loot by 4%. And if you have 20 buildings, right, because I have 20 of these, right, so fully maxed out 20 buildings, that's an extra 80% you get from your post-battle loot and from sacking settlements. Alright, you are making bank. This is why I'm so rich. Like, I'm in the money. I wish I had this much money in real life, yo. But all we're doing is just constantly fighting battles, constantly sacking stuff. And we're just trying to leave territories around. Because what I want, right, is for other people to take these territories so I can just blow them up again, alright? That's really what I want. I want to get rid of them. And now, and so what else can do the Forces of Chaos have, right? So the Forces of Chaos, I think it's for all of them, but I know, but Archaon has this thing called Warband upgrades. Excuse me. So Warband upgrades, right, lets you upgrade your units as they gain experience, right? So the more experience they get, so as your units gain experience, you can level them up, and you can level them up from the very marauders to aspiring champions. Alright, it takes a minute, alright, but there are things that help you get experience. There are quest missions that can help you get experience. Like all of these, my aspiring champions, they used to be marauders, and then we made our way up and we slowly climbed through and we won every fight, and now they're all aspiring champions. And Archaon has the my aspiring champions are so good, alright? I fought crazy things with this army and have not lost. I do gotta get the ancient city of Quintex. But I fought crazy things with this army, and I've been stomping face, alright? Let me tell you, I got one mage here, I got one exalted hero, and Archaon, the beast himself. Alright, and he's just been traveling about. And we've just been destroying everything that we can, fighting everything that we can, and just having a jolly old time. And now what else do the Forces of Chaos has? Well, they have more things, alright? So, if you look in the details, they have this thing called Path to Glory, right? What Path to Glory does is it lets you devote a lord or a hero to a specific force of chaos, right? So I did that with this guy over here. He ended up turning into Kagan Woemaker, Demon Prince of Nurgle, right? And there's benefits for going through these Path of Glories if you so want. So if you see in this left-hand corner over here, right? These all affect my units. So because he's a Nurgle one, I get casualty replenishment plus 10%, upkeep minus 20%, and the upgrade cost for Nurgle units minus 20% as well. Right? So basically all these units are super cheap. And they're super good. These Chaos Warriors, they're really good compared to, like, you know, my other, like, Marauders and stuff. But I get them at a cheaper price than them. And I also have Uninvited over here as well. So I can run around with Aspiring Champions and have Nurgle army. I also have Slaanesha army because it's an upkeep of minus 12. But if I were to put a Cinch into here, well, the upkeep for Cinch unit goes 100% up. Now I know what you're thinking. Would you really use Cinch units? Yeah, I definitely would. Especially because I can get Doom Knights. Holy crap, when I found out I could get Doom Knights, I was so ecstatic. Let me tell you, alright, Doom Knights is so much fun to use. But you need a good army, alright? There's nothing like flying cavalry running around. And yeah, you can upgrade your units. You can also dedicate your units to the different factions. And as you fight more battles and get more souls, your units will level up. And what you want to continuously do is just keep on fighting that good fight. Having a good old time, blowing up buildings, and doing all the damage that you can. And the more battles you fight, the more money you make, and the more money you make, the more things you can do and get around. What are you doing over here? Whatever. Alright. Yeah, I vassalized her. I've been vassalizing everyone I can, pretty much. Anyone with a stick, I'm giving them cooties. I'm like, you're mods. Get over here. Just grabbing them. Grabbing whoever I can. I haven't really fought the greenskins yet. I want to, but I'm gonna have an army come for them after I fight. After I get rid of Kolek and then get Vilchich or whatever this dude's name is over here, and then get these other dudes. Because honestly, you know, as much of a great time as I've been having, I forgot what I was gonna say. Actually, yeah, I've just been having a great time. The legendary lords are fun too. Like as you can see, her army is heavily focused on core units, Khorne units, excuse me. And I can get Skull Crushers of Khorne with her as well. So I'm really looking forward to giving that a few more experience as well. This is one of my new armies. I just made them up. It's very easy for a guy literally just, oh look, something I could do this for. So armored and shielded. So these are armored and shielded. So I'm gonna make these guys. I was looking for an army too that could show off. So I'm gonna make them Chaos Warriors with halberds so we can fight anti-large. So yes, as you can see, I just turned all my Marauders, and these are all on a road to becoming Aspiring Champions. These guys are going to be on our route as well, as long as I can get them up there. Let me tell you, alright, it's very nice having anti-large units. Like being able to just swap between what units you need at the time. And you can also change these units around. Like if you see that you're like about to fight like a type of crazy army, you can just switch them to Chaos Warriors, no problem, and give them that armored piercing instead of the anti-large. You know, or if you wanted to give them anti-large, or if you just want to keep them armored and shielded, there's a lot you can do with them. So it gives you a lot of variety and a lot of things to play with. Like Marauders are legitly your bread and butter as the Forces of Chaos, right? Now what else can you do? I'm glad you asked. So let me recruit a Lord. So as you can see, all my Lords, they have Khorne Authority +1, and Path to Glory -25% souls cost to devotees of Khorne. I'm going to tell you what that all is in a minute. Let me just explain why they're all at level 15. So, if you go to your objectives, right, and you look at the victory conditions, I completed the short reward, short victory, and I also completed the long campaign victory as well, which gave me plus 10 to Lord Recruit rank, alright, which is pretty cool. I do like that they actually made it worth your time as you complete these victory rewards. So it's a nice incentive. It's a nice reward for hooking you up. I'm working my way to the domination campaign victory, and more than likely I'm going to try to get the ultimate campaign victory. I've been having a blast playing this corner. There's just so much you can do. So now back to what we were before we were talking about victory. Let's recruit a Lord. I'm just going to recruit him for stuffs and giggles. Alright, so as you can see, when you first recruit Lords, they each come with different authorities, and these can all change depending on your research. Like, for example, this one, no, not this one, which gives Nurgle authority +1, but -1 to Siege. So it kind of like, either research cancels this stuff out, but depending on where you are in the game, like if you've only got, like, this side of the, if you only want to focus on, like, 2 of them, or just 1, so you can focus more on the heavily specific army, you definitely can. Way easier. So, the way you recruit units as the, Forces of Chaos, right? So I was talking, yeah, so that's how you adjust that. As you can tell, I'm just talking off the top of my head. But there's a few different things you can do to recruit units, alright? So, of course, you got your Regiments of Renown, you got Gifted units, and then you got your Warband recruitment. So, Warband recruitment, what happens is that in each of your territories, right? I think it's province, but I think it's like in every province there's a Warband capacity that you can recruit units from. It's a pool of units and you can recruit them from. So you can recruit, and every turn it has a chance to refill. So every turn, if I buy this dude right now, it's a 10% chance every turn that he's going to be refilled back into the pool again. Alright, 15 for these guys and 30 for them. Alright, now you got your Trolls, you got your Chaos Warhounds, your Manticores, you know, Chaos Giants. You get a lot of these units, and your buildings, as you upgrade them, sort of increase the local Warband unit capacity, right? Like, I'm still waiting to get some Dragon Ogres. This is the only way to, like, get Dragon Ogres out the game. There's an 11% chance that I can get them. But after enough turns pass, you know what I mean, you should be able to just start pulling in units from, like, different things. So, like, for example, let me just recruit a Lord over. I'll just recruit from over here real fast. Not heroes, lords, please, lords. Thank you. So if I was to recruit from over here, right? As you can see, we got this basically maxed out. Aspiring champions. Oh, I think I took one from here like a few turns ago. And then yes, Dragon Ogres. I can recruit them right over here because it's been quite a few turns since I had them. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you there. So you can. That's another way to. Well, that's not another way, but this is how you recruit your units. This is going to be your bread and butter as to how you're recruiting units. Just go into different provinces and recruiting warband capacities from there. And eventually, by the time this, if I keep going through here, right, and coming down to the left, I should recruit enough units to get aspiring champions. All right, we're going to test that out today, but I believe it's every province and not every, like, individual region. Like, all 4 of these should share the same warband capacity. Hold on, I was talking for a mean minute. You know what? It's a little dark. Let me lighten up. Let me turn this light up real fast. All right. So now, what do we want to talk about next? All right. What we want to talk about next is the gifted units. Okay. So gifted units are basically units that you get from. Well, I should probably show you how those work. All right, let me show you how the gifted units work first. So, you have these things called Gifts of Chaos, right? Gifts of Chaos are powered up by souls. They have an upkeep soul. You get souls from fighting, from and from fighting. All right, that's how you're gonna get all your souls, just from fighting. And I'm further enough in the game where it really isn't an issue to keep your upkeep going. Like, yeah, you might not. It's you can get away with not paying attention to it, but like for example, right? Since I have enough bloodletters of corn, right? I can actually go to the corn section over here. And which one are you? Actually, I could just come over here, honestly, from the side, and then I can just remove the gift. When I remove the gift, though, it gets rid of the army ability, Summon from Beyond, which lets me summon an extra unit of bloodletters. So actually, I'm going to keep that on. Whoopsie. So as you can see, like your gifts of chaos, income from all abilities plus 35%. Each Chaos Lord has different abilities that you go for. So, for example, I'm just using this as an example, but you can get character experience per turn, which is a nice one. What do I have over here? Actually, I believe I have income from post-battle loot and income from raising settlements, plus another 35%. So the 80% on top of the 35%, that's 115% right there. So basically, I'm making a ton of money. All right, so much money. So, and you can also give him, and you can swap him around too as well. Like I actually will remove this gift because we got enough bloodletters and don't want to keep it there forever. You can get skull cannons, chaos war shrines of corn, bloodthirsters, soul grinders, and you can only keep 6 of a unit inside, but you figure, you're just recruiting units slowly but surely. They're coming to you, and all you got to do is take your time. So I'm actually going to put that in right there, and it takes about a turn, but I got to wait another turn before I can put that in again. But again, this is where all your gifted units are going to come from, pretty much. If you look at Cinch, we can get pink cars. And there's Chaos War Shrines, Flamers. And now the reason I don't have these is because I don't have a dedicated lord to Cinch like I do. Like Valkia and Sigvald is giving me the souls for when they fight. But I need a dedicated... I do have a dedicated lord for Khorne, actually. Whoops. I mean for Nurgle as well, who's also getting me souls. And he's been working pretty hard too, so... I mean, soul grinders are really good, by the way. But yeah, there's just a lot of things you can do. There's different ways, and I like it because there's different ways that you can play your campaign, alright? I'm gonna slot you in. Why not? Whatever. And there's different ways you can play your campaign, right? Like, look, like, instead of what I did, right, is I started all the way from the Ridling Fortress, and I made a left. I made a left all the way down here. So I fought all the Dark Elves and beat them like they owed me money. I fought the other Legendary Lords of Chaos, and I've been fighting everyone basically along this side. Okay? And then, but you don't have to go that route. You can come down south over here and destroy Kislev early or late, whenever you want to. You can fight Norsk over here as well. Or you can come to the right, and you can fight Greenskins. You can fight the other forces of chaos, and you can run the Grand Cathay. Like, there's so many different ways that you can play, especially as Archaon, that it just, and the rewards are good. You know what I mean? There's not really a bad choice. There's only a different choice that you can make. Honestly. Let's see, how long have I been talking for? 23 minutes. You know what? I'm actually going to change this video, because I really just wanted to, because this isn't really going to be a long stream, so let me change the title of this to an overview of the forces of chaos. And maybe if I spelled Archaon right. But luckily, no one here was here to see me spell it wrong, so whatever. We can fix that in a minute. Let's see, what turn am I on here? What's it? Oh, did I just pass it? I did just pass it. Yeah, I did just pass it. Alright. Oh, that's I keep putting O and it. I keep fat clicking and typing in I. Turn 148. All right, that's good there. Whoops, I want to get to the game, not this stuff. So, and again, I feel like the Forces of Chaos are just such a strong faction. Like, you're always going to be getting souls, being able to like recruit units, and not just like random units, but like any type of units that you want. It's just an amazing like. Well, I mean, like not recruit any type of units you want, but having such a large access to a large variety of units is just such a. It's just a pleasure, you know what I mean? You can make whatever type of army you want. There might be some limits to what you can and can't do though, but like again, you know, you can only have 6 gifted units, but even then, you know, having marauders, having different types of marauders, like you could literally make a whole doomstack full. Well, not a doomstack, but you could make a whole army full of just siege units of just doom knights or their disc knights. Sorry. Oh, and you can also confederate everyone as Bellicor as well if you want. You don't have to, but you can. You can confederate Bellicor himself. I do plan on confederating him. I just haven't gotten a chance to it yet because I've just been going down to the south over here and just destroying stuff. So I'll probably be making like more and more armies as we go through. But what's a good? Let's see. Is there a good battle Archaon can have right now? No, because I think I did all of Archaon's missions, correct? Yeah, I believe I did all of Archaon's missions and stuff, so... Oh no, that's Valkia. That's Valkia, bloody... Oh, you know, get her stuff later. Ain't too worried about it. But, yeah, this is, There are some fight I can do? Shoot. I mean, I have a few fights over here, but let's be real about it. I'm trying to give these dudes time to just repair this building so I can fight him again and gain more experience. So let's just actually, we'll put you over here. Because yeah, we've just been fighting down. It's been the real blast. Like, if you look at these guys, the Tomb Kings, they never survive this long, right? Normally they're donezo by turn 30, turn 40, because there's just so many enemies they gotta fight. They gotta fight all the Dark Elves. They gotta fight the Beastmen. But with the Sisters of Twilight over there and Grumbrindle over there as well, you know what I mean? But they also go to war with Grumbrindle too, so it's kind of like a tit for tat thing. You know what we could fight? We could fight Kolek over here. No, I believe Azazel can handle that. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, he's got a lot of fast units, but we'll be fine. Because we got a lot of anti-large units. I want to at least give you one battle, you know what I mean? Oh, I forgot to check his abilities too. Yeah, but being able to have access to being able to have access to all the legendary lords of chaos is so cool. Like, I'm really happy they finally added that in. Because they were talking about it. I heard rumors, I heard through the grapevine, but to actually see it implemented and be pretty good, because you don't confederate them normally, you beat the crap out of them, alright? You go to war with each one of them and you show them who's the greater force. Like, for some factions, I believe that they should have story missions that help you confederate other people faster, like how Kislev does it. But, you know, I'm also fine with beating them to death, because it's hard to confederate people, especially when they act like they don't know what's going on over here, you know what I mean? Let's see. What are we going to do here? Single line. Single line. Some demonettes in there. Aspiring champions. Let's see, how do I want to do this here? Who is this? And the Shaggets. Because it just ends up being a complete brawl, and whatever happens first happens first. Actually, I don't even think I should be grouping up because we outnumber them by a lot of units. We also have he also has a couple of good abilities as well. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fight it. We're not gonna blob up. We're just gonna run into them. Melee clash to melee, because certain units are gonna win, certain units are gonna run around, and then whatever unit is winning or losing, we'll just have Azazel back him up. And he's also got some good spells too, which is really nice. Well, he has a lore Slanesh, all right, and it's not the best lore of magic, but it's pretty good. Gets the job done. Let's see. Do I want him to come to me? Do you have? Okay, we got the melee defense one. Nope. Nope. Alright, I guess we'll just do. Alright, we're gonna gain some Winds of Magic first off, so. Yeah, I wish I actually had this set up where you can see how the aspiring champions just wreck face. Alright, because I don't mind Azazel's army, but you know, he's no Archaon, I promise you that. Oh, you know what? We should get rid of the Bloodletters instead of the Marauders. I mean, if they're just gonna let me keep casting spells, who am I to let them stop me? You know what I mean? Oh, now they come. There we go. There we go. Would that be good to do on? No, that wouldn't be good to do on them. Don't really care for the Chaos Warhammer. Let's get rid of the Bloodletters. The Bloodletters are going to be a pain, and so are those Skull Crushers. Is there a lot of Skull Crushers? 32. That actually might have been better to do on them. Because it's like a Flock of Doom, except it, for a long period of time. Handle that, please. Now let's see what we can do here. Because I want to get him into a fight. I don't think he's going to be doing anything against Kolek over there, so. Oof. Nothing like seeing magic over there. Alright, let's go. Come on. Because we don't have no Marauders, so this just gets easier. Let's see. Where's the... There we go, that's what I'm... No, don't let that go. Don't let that go. Let's see what we got here. Come on, you four. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because we could be surrounding stuff right now. Yeah, it's fine if the Demoness die, honestly. Ain't too worried about that. Oh, my Shaggers are getting smashed. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Alright, alright. Chaos Spawn. Chaos Spawn. I believed in you. His Shaggers are probably like on super crack. Hold on, let me see something. 60, 64, 45. 6. No, 48, 132. Oh no, they're the same ones. I wonder what happened. This is what happens when I'm not paying attention to stuff. There we go, yes. Because we're sort of like getting tossed about over here. Let's see. But I sort of want him to fight these Shaggers over here. To sort of help him out. Yeah, Demonettes are not really like what you want to use against Shaggers. Excuse me. Do I not have you? What are you doing then? Oh, you coming in here too? I could have sworn I had a whole bunch of units. Yeah, melee units have gotten like way I'm happy melee units got like the recognition they deserve, because they have been suffering for a long time. Like until the Warhammer 2, you know, you would just like go archers and that would be it. That's all you would do. That's all you would need to do. You wouldn't need to do anything more. But over here, you know, you actually have to let me pull you back. But in Warhammer 2, your melee units actually stand a chance. Like Black Orcs are actually annoying as all fudge to fight. They're super strong. They know how to throw down. All right. Come on, you get over here and fight that. Come on, yeah, you get out. Come on, get out of here. You rampage or something? Get out of here. Shoot, what are y'all doing? Yeah, I just don't want to lose. You know, I don't mind taking damage, but you don't want to lose anything. Oops, oops. That's bad. Oof. Oh, and we get HP too. Alright. Please just run away. Thank you. Thank you for not wiping out all my units. You... Come on, your leadership is like 0, dude. Alright. Who have we not... Oh, did I not use my aspiring champions? I was wondering what was happening. I was like, it looks like I'm missing units. I thought we were just crazy. Oh, it's these chaos spawn that's messing it up. Is these chaos? Yeah, I was like, what's still alive over here? There's got to be something that's giving them invincibility. Let's see. You get out of there, please. All right, you are helpful to absolutely no one. Yeah, luckily we had the numbers that were just, and we just outmatched them. Oof, that was kind of a big hit though. I want to give like an Archaon battle, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like this would be what it is without an Archaon. Yeah, because we lost almost half our army. We did lose a Demonette. I thought we saved it. That's fine. You know why it's fine? I'm going to tell you why it's fine. Come on, chop chop, get to it. Honestly, I could probably live without the Demonettes. Yeah, we did lose one. That's saddening. But we want experience. Because now we'll be free for a turn. And here's the thing. All you do is recruit Warband, and then you just pick up something better. Ta-da! Like, you're never really, like, here's the thing, right? You're never really in, like, a terrible position. You may not be in the best position, but you're never in a terrible one. Because you can always just recruit a few units to help you out, you know what I mean? I've had a few times where I knew enemies were coming, and I just had to recruit a Lord. Oh, and here's another word of warning for you if you're going to play as the Forces of Chaos. Make sure they're your vassals, alright? If they are not your vassals, and you get a military alliance with them, your other vassals will still try to declare war on them. Alright, I don't know why that's still happening. I don't even think that's supposed to be a thing, because as my vassals, I'm the one who declares war, and they just sit there and send their armies out like the little bees they are. But, why are you suffering attrition? Oh, they're poor. He's poor. Yeah, I will say that trying to keep... Argoneth has been the best, like, Dark Elf I've kept alive, alright? She's just been doing God's work and making kills and doing what needs to be done. Now, would I want to play as the Vassal faction? I don't know. Now, here's the thing. If you get weak for whatever reason, Lords can and will break your treaty with your vassal treaties with you. So do be careful about who you about like your losses. You don't want to lose a big army somewhere and then end up getting screwed. You know what I mean? Because then all of a sudden you're up shit's creek without a paddle, and you don't want to be in a spot where your vassals just start breaking their treaty and trying to fight you, especially after you've done such a good job. Like, I'm so strong, right, that when I've declared war on people, they just, whoever was in a military alliance with them was like, nah, bro, we good. Perfect example, Festus. So when I declared war on Festus, who had the brass keep in Middenheim, right, you know what? He was in a military alliance with Throt and Kazakhs, one of the beastmen, right? They were both in a military alliance with them. And I declared war on him, and they were both like, nah, bro, you got to handle that on your own. All right? We'll catch you later. And here's the thing, I don't like wage war on like these for these little settlements because they're not important to me. It's these big ones. So the only time I pick up a settlement is when I'm really deep in the enemy territory and I need my units to get replenishment. Alright, that's really the only time you should be trying to take territory. Like over here, it's going to be a whole cluster fudge of stuff. Because they've got a whole 5 armies around here. But we're not too bad off ourselves. You also heal up in your vassals' territory as well. So it definitely helps to have a few vassals hanging around and helping you out. Again, I definitely recommend vassalizing. It's... well, not again, but I definitely recommend vassalizing. It can help you out so much. And just having a bunch of people send their armies out to do things for you while you're busy in minding your own business is such a helpful thing. And what's this guy gonna do? Is he gonna fight that? I think they'll win that. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, yo. For this stream, more so. Because I didn't want to, I wanted to stream and I wanted to leave a little video just to like get something out here. And I was thinking to myself, well, why don't I just show off my Forces of Chaos campaign? It's not complete yet, and I have been playing it for a mean minute, and I've been having a great time with it. So general overview of what I've been saying for like the past hour. Forces of Chaos, really good. I'm not going to say OP. But they're really good, especially if you, because here's the thing, right? Like, every faction, yes, there are good factions, and then there are some bad factions, and there is a gap between, like, the very best and the very worst factions, and the Forces of Chaos are no longer, like, the very bottom of the barrel unit, alright? They're faction. They're very good. They have access to a wide variety of units. Their technology is really good, and they have something really important that they didn't have in Total Warhammer 2. And you know what that is? The ability to go and ambush stance. Alright? They finally have it. So you don't just have to have your army just sit here and be ready and just sit there and be like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. No, you can put them in ambush stance and protect your units that way. So that's very, very helpful. Let me tell you, you have no idea. I also like the fact, one more thing, that their heroes, really good, have access to, most of their heroes have access to manticores. You do want to watch out though, because sometimes, like, if you're not paying attention to it, your units won't, like, I've had a few times where, like, we had our manticore, but they were still on steeds, and I had to go into the actual settings in order to change it. You should have one, right? Yeah, you got a manticore. And yeah, like, you just gotta watch out. Like, I had a match where I was playing against Empire, and I was like, why are my units not on their manticores? And then I looked, and they were all on chaos steeds for whatever reason. Alright? Not the best reason, not the worst reason. You know, it was best of days, was worst of days. And blah, 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 Um, yeah, and we're changing him to the corn just so I can show off a little bit more. Yeah, and their ability change as well. Like, training is such a very helpful tool. Like, all of my heroes all my exalted heroes, I normally fill up training first because that extra 100 experience per turn can help you get to your expiring champions even faster. And that's really where you want to be. Because aspiring chapters are so good. They get the job done. They put down people. They just, they make life easy for you. And so, yeah. That's going to be the end for this one, yup. Yeah, I know it's a little short, but I feel like I would be doing a disservice for you if I just started playing in the middle of a campaign and not, like, wailing my way through it. Plus, a lot of the good fights, like, it's going to be really hard for me to get a good fight in, like, the next 2 or 3 hours. Because the way I play, right, is I try not to let my units go up against 2 armies. I normally have 2 armies around. That way, one can take a lot of damage for one fight, and then the other one can take a lot of damage for the next fight. And normally it works out, you know what I mean? Because I get 1 turn of healing up, and I'm able to protect my units. Sometimes I can get an ambush stance in real fast and just wipe out something. But yeah, I always, when I move my units about, I just try to make sure that they're like 2 people per turn. 2 people per turn. 2 people per group. You know what I mean? Like, I like traveling. I like traveling in I like traveling in 3s and 4s, but we're about to diverge right now. Like, I'm about to have this guy go and fight Grimgor. So we're just gonna start splitting up, and I don't want to branch out too far. So we're just gonna do the best we can. But yeah, I know I keep trying to prolong our time together, but I gotta let you go. You know what I mean? We had a lot of good times together. We had some smiles, and we also had some frowns. But all good things and bad things must come to an end. So you can catch me next time on your next episode of Dragon Ball. Now I gotta watch out. I might get caught by Toei Animation or some shit. Alright. This is for real though, alright? You all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next week with a new campaign. Because we monked up on the Forces of Chaos, we shall be we'll do an Order Force, probably the Elves. Or Grand Cathay. I'll think about it over the weekend, but yeah. One of those two will be playing as one of those 2 factions. More than likely we'll be playing as Grand Cathay, because as you can see, like, first we started over here for our faction. I'm just trying to get everyone used to the map. Well, everyone's already used to the map, but I mean, like, there are still parts of the map I haven't seen yet. Like, I have not made it down to Lustria in any of my campaigns. I've played as Cinch, so I've only made it to a little part over here. To this little part. We played as Korn, and as you can see, you know what all of this looks like over here. We played as Kislev, so you have a great idea of what this area looks like. Holy crap, is it fudge. Ulthuan as well. We played as Nakari over here, and we just sort of got a lot of this area up. So I think we're going to play more than likely as Grand Cathay next to us, so we can show off this area. And I'm also going to make, and here's the thing, I will be using a mod, but that mod will be to make Confederation easier, because these